Hello and welcome back to the Hot Action Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kerr, and I am here to deliver on a promise. I said if I got my bets right, I would be doing a little bit of a victory lap, and I'm here to do that. We're calling this video the Superb Owl Recap. So we put a bunch of caps on the Superb Owl and his coin stacks because we made money. We made money on the Super Bowl. We made money on the playoffs. The regular season, we're not talking about the regular season. We're talking about the Super Bowl. We're talking about the playoffs. And we are going to go back and look at my Super Bowl preview video and the Superb Owl preview video, as it were. And we are going to react to that. So let's, with no further ado, let's get this thing going. And this is it. The final video of the year. We made it.
Handsome guy.
We are at the big game.
Telling the truth.
The Superb Owl, as it were. The Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. I'm not a rights holder. But either way, we're here.
Corny BS.
There's not a lot to review from last week. We got most of our stuff right. We nailed it on the 49ers will win but not cover bet. We also nailed it on the Chiefs will win bet. Chiefs win and cover.
Green
we're
postseason
just
form
betting on the
by
script
your boy.
over here.
Had the script.
It's unfortunate that we have to admit it, but I think after this whole year, I didn't realize until late in the year, but the NFL's scripted, and that will inform my picks later this week. We will be, we basically just reviewed last week already, and we are going to preview the Super Bowl, and then we're going to take a look maybe at some props we might like to tangle with. So basically, we got the whole slate right here. One game for all the marbles. Winner takes it all. We got ourselves a 2-point spread. We got the 49ers and the Chiefs. Two great teams, as much as it pains me to say. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to start previewing, or we're going to have to start making picks pretty quick here. And I'll make my pick, and then I'll give you my rationale. We are taking the Chiefs to win. We are taking the Chiefs +2. And we are taking under 47.5 points. So the rationale here is you've got the better quarterback and the better coach on the Chiefs. That is a way I like to bet. You are getting points, or you're getting, good odds on your money. This game is incredibly close. And much respect to the 49ers, they've been favorites in every game this year. So, if you want to...
So yeah, that all turned out to be correct. I believe that under came in by a half point or 1 point at the end of the day. But obviously, it's all history. The Chiefs won. They covered. That's for sure. Yeah. The mindset was correct. The better quarterback played better coach. It's hard to say because I think Shanahan kind of blew it with his overtime call. So I guess you can give it to Andy Reid either way. He coached better if Shanahan blew it or not, I suppose. Let's keep going.
Wanted to bet on them, you had to give up points or take poor odds, whatever. Every single game. Now, the thing I know about the 49ers is they've got so much more to lose here. And Shanahan has been known to crumble under pressure. I do not predict that will be a problem for the Chiefs. And for this reason, I will be taking the Chiefs. The thing that gives me the most pause to say this is the Chiefs kind of got away with one last week.
Baltimore failed to remember that they are one of...
It's as if I had a script for the game. It's as if I had a script for the game. The 49ers crumble under pressure. They go into halftime leading by a touchdown, I believe. And they lose the game in overtime. Sounds like a crumble under pressure to me. Now I'm about to say that the Chiefs aren't going to quit running the ball. Or the 49ers aren't going to quit running the ball on the Chiefs. And from what I remember, their Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember their running game shredding the Chiefs particularly. So let's see what I have to say going forward. The best running offenses in the whole of the NFL. And they kind of seemingly forgot to run the ball, which is really disappointing when you consider that Kansas City only put up 17 points in that game. I believe that, there was no point of the game until the, vanishing final moments where Baltimore was truly out of it, yet they hunted for big plays, and I believe they kind of screwed themselves. And I do not think that the 49ers are going to do that. I think they will hammer the rock. They will run the ball. CMC is going to be getting all the touches. I do, however, think, Brock Purdy, he deserves his flowers. I was a huge skeptic at the beginning of the year, and now I have to admit that he's at least pretty good. He can do what is needed to win games. That being said, this Chiefs defense will be troubling. Their secondary is pretty good. They're making plays. Pass rush is getting after it. And, again, sounds like I had the script. Purdy played pretty decent. And the defense stood up for all of regulation, I would say. Like, they held the Chiefs in check till the final drive. Like, if you can say that you're going to get out of that game, with the Chiefs with, like, under 20 points in regulation, you'd probably take that every time. If I'm coaching the 49ers, but I guess not everyone has the script. And the 49ers D is no slouch either. I just think that Patrick Mahomes will manage to slice and dice them slowly, kind of Joe Montana style. So with all that in mind, two solid defenses. We're taking the under here. Both these offenses on their day can, do some damage. I don't feel great about the under. I feel pretty strongly about the Chiefs and money line and with the point spread. And, let's take a look at some props here. So we're going to go here to player props. I think I like an anytime McCaffrey touchdown. I like an anytime Kelsey touchdown. I think these are the most likely guys to score. And I don't mind the quarterbacks to score either. These are pretty nice, actually. Patrick Mahomes to score plus 400. Who else do we like here? Certainly, I think Isaiah Pacheco to score minus 120 is not bad. Brock Purdy to score plus 600, I don't mind either. They don't like to run it in with... So, this was a decidedly weak portion of the predictions. I believe the only person who scored off that list, if I'm remembering correctly, is CMC. Everyone else was touchdownless, if I remember correctly. Despite having the script in the past, my memory of the game is getting fuzzy. It's been a minute. With him much, though, because of you got Mr. CMC. What else do we like here? I believe, oh yeah, let's go to the MVP. MVP odds. So, my number one guy right here, Patrick Mahomes, 125. Take that money and run. It feels almost, you know, it's basically the same odds as the Chiefs winning, I believe. And then after Patrick Mahomes, I like only for. Wow. The script. Did it leak? Did Matt have it? Did Hot Action Podcast get an early copy of the script? It's crazy. Now I'm about to suggest a few guys who don't win MVP, but remember, only one person can win it. And my pick is take the money and run. Take the guy, Patrick Mahomes, the greatest player of the current generation of football players. Why wasn't it so obvious to so many people? 49ers, because basically the way I imagine it is if the Chiefs win, Mahomes is the guy. He's taking home the MVP. But if he doesn't, or if the Chiefs do not win, I think McCaffrey at plus 400, Nick Bosa at 6,600, and Fred Warner at plus 15,000. That's worth a taste, I think. The Fred Warner at plus 15,000 looks like a taste to me. See if there's anything. I'm loving some of these long shots. Mecole Hardman plus 50,000. Love that. Sam Darnold plus 20,000. These are all great. But yeah, I tend to not think that any of the wide receivers or Travis Kelce will win. McCaffrey has an outside chance. Purdy has a pretty good chance if the 49ers win. But I tend to actually think that if the 49ers win, it will be because of a massive Christian McCaffrey performance. That is, my true heartfelt belief that the way to beat the Chiefs is to keep pounding the rock. They're not great at defending it. Teams fall all over themselves to lose to this Chiefs team, though. I don't know what it is. They lose their minds. And, we can't. I wouldn't bet against that happening again for whatever reason. Wow. And again, just the predictive skills of this handsome man on screen, they astound even me. Teams fall all over themselves to lose against this Chiefs team? Isn't that exactly what happened in the Super Bowl? Am I misremembering? Or was the script that clear? Moving forward. What other props do we like? I mean, there's plenty of player props. Each one should be kind of individually examined. The the way to think about it.
Don't worry about this.
Better as we the first thing. Less. Most of the individual rushing yards, most of the individual receiving yards props are good to hit an under on. Find the overs that you like and bet on those if you feel like it. But find me betting the unders. I told you the guys I like to score. I told you who I like for MVP. Told you who I think will win the game. So with that in mind, I think that's it. Super Bowl's coming up in a week. This is the last video of the football season. I can't, off the top of my head, I didn't, make a lot of these bets, but I would imagine, based on the game, that a lot of the offensive over-unders would have failed to hit. I don't remember anyone having a crazy productive game. I think maybe Patrick Mahomes might have hit some of his overs because of that final drive in overtime, but other than that, I'm failing to remember anyone really putting up a crazy performance offensively in that Super Bowl. So I feel like that kind of vague instruction was also correct. So let's see what the end of this video is like. I will be back for next year's football season, and probably between then and now, I'll find some other stuff to talk about in terms of sports betting or just whatever kind of betting. We'll be building our bankroll in the off season, and certainly if I get a lot of this stuff that I talked about right in this video, I will, post something to do a little victory lap. But yeah, anyone who's been watching since week 1, or before week 1 actually, I'd just like to say thank you. I appreciate everyone who has hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, commented, watched videos, supported me all the way through. I appreciate it tremendously. This has been a lot of fun. Even if I'm putting up a terrible year gambling, I promise to do better next year. The playoffs are redeeming me a bit. That being said, the sheer volume of bad bets I made earlier on makes it very difficult to come out of the hole. And again, thank you all. This has been a great year. See you later. Peace.
I like that your boy is gracious and humble. This was clearly filmed before the script came in exactly as predicted. Super Bowl bets are a great way to wipe the slate clean and come out with positive results at the end of the year. You gotta have to have quarterback mentality when you're a sports gambler. You gotta forget what happened on the last drive sometimes, you know? You throw an interception, doesn't matter. You gotta get right back in there and fling some stuff up, you know? That's what we did. I talked about coming in here to do a victory lap, and that's what this is. Also, I reminded the people that I will be posting stuff about, sports gambling, regular gambling on this channel, between now and the beginning of next year. And hopefully we will be building the bankroll until, September. We will be back for next football season, and we will find something to talk about gambling-wise on this channel going forward. Appreciate everyone watching. I'll be back soon. This has been Hot Action Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kerr. Peace out.